What up, world? Welcome to an episode of the Brandon Janeau Show. As you know, I am Brandon Janeau, and like always, on all podcast platforms everywhere, Brandon Janeau Show. Social media platforms: Instagram, Instagram and Threads. Brandon Janeau, just Brandon Janeau. Instagram and Threads. Uh, Facebook, the Brandon Janeau Show, and of course, TikTok. Before they banned it, I don't know if they're gonna ban it. I have no idea now. But TikTok still is there for me. So go on TikTok. It's Brian Janu Show on TikTok. Um, where you really just can go is just a very simple place, and that is YouTube. YouTube channel, Brian Janu Show. It is still the same. I know it's a new year, but it's still the same. TikTok. It's still the same. YouTube, still the same. Brand Instagram, still the same. Everything. So let's get into it, man. Like I said, it is a new year. So to everybody that's still welcoming you in, because it's only been what 2 days of 2025. Um, Happy New Year to everybody. If if you're watching this or listening to this, Happy New Year. Um, Hopefully your 2025 has started better, or you feel more promising of your 2025 than it was probably in 2024. 2024 was very eerie to me. I'll get into that later, but yeah, 2025 is not starting off great. I mean, my city from New Orleans. So of course, what happened during New Year's, um, very terrible. Um, and I pray for my city, man. Pray for my city. I pray for my city every day because I know how my city is. But that there was just heinous and unfucking called for and malicious, and you know, to the people that died during that situation. Prayers up to their families and blessings. And I hate the fact that we have to start off a new year by telling people prayers up and blessings to them because they lost a loved one because of somebody's cowardly ass actions. Um, it's kind of pussy to me personally. Um, that you think that shit is cool. I don't care what religion you side with. I don't care what. Kill yourself if you want to do all that fuck shit. Like I'm sorry. Like I'm not one of these people that I'm sorry. I'm not one of these people, bro. If you want to do that shit, take yourself out, bro. Blow your shit up by yourself. Like kill your motherfucking self. Don't do no fuck shit and walk around and kill innocent people when all they were trying to do is bring in a new year. And now they got their families having to plan a funeral for these people. They thinking they about to see their loved ones in 2025 have a promising future, and now they gotta bury them, bro. Like that's pussy, bro. Like nah, man, nah, man. If you want to do something for your religious beliefs or whatever you want to call it, or you know your country's beliefs, do that shit on your own time around you. Don't do that shit around people, innocent people, because I just prayers up for my city, man. I get into that a whole prayers up for my city, man. Prayers up for my city. Um, yeah. But because of a new start of the year, there is a new start of this season, which means it is season 11 of my podcast. And yes, just like season 10, it'll be a full season throughout the whole year. And this is the theme episode, man. And I'm sorry I had to start it off like that, but it is my hometown, New Orleans, man. Like, that is my city. I'm watching the Sugar Bowl right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So, yeah, man. Um, but season 11 is here, man. And I was debating when I was gonna do this. Was I gonna do it tonight? Or was I gonna do it Saturday? Or was I gonna do it Tuesday? When was I gonna get back on this podcast and get back to work? And yeah, it took a minute. It took a minute to debate it. But I'm here and we're here. Um, Season 11. I was thinking of a theme for season 11, and I was like, what am I gonna call it? Every year I've had a theme for every season I've done since what season? I want to say seven, maybe eight. I can't remember when I started doing themes for seasons, but it kind of gives me a chance to understand the purpose. And like I always say, sometimes my theme for my season isn't something for the season. Maybe it's a personal thing that happens along the way. Like last year's theme for the season was defining my life, which boy, did that thing come to fruition for me personally. Um, a lot of loss happening last year, a lot of grief, and I had to find ways to cope and understand how my life was going at that time. So, what is this season? What is season 11? What is that going to, you know, tell? What am I going to tell on season 11? Well, like I said, I've come up with a lot of things since the ending of last year's season. I wanted to make it something about wish because 11-11, right? 11 season, uh, 11 season, new year. So a lot of people have a lot of new wishes and they think they're gonna change their life around and all that other shit. Um, if you get to the point like I am, where I'm 30 something years old, you're not changing your life around. You know who you are. You know exactly who you are. And that's the thing about it. So, being 30 years old, you're not doing no New Year's resolutions. You are who you are. You're stuck in your ways. And yeah, man. So what I came up with for the season theme is wishful purpose. Every time I get on this podcast and I talk about and I do this podcast, I've always talked about purpose. You know, and I think in life, what I've learned is that everybody, um, wants purpose in their life. They want to know that that their life is not being wasted. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes a long time to sometimes get to that purpose, get to that confidence, understanding that. And a wishful purpose, man. I'm not wishing that I have purpose. No, because I have purpose. The wish is that I don't lose it. I don't lose what this means to me. Sometimes you can get caught up in things. Life happens. Like last year, and maybe because I'm getting closer, I'm about to turn 31 at the end of the year. At the end of this month, I should end of the year. End of this month, I'll be 31 years old, which is the golden year, right? The January 31st, I will be 31, so golden kind of year, kind of. I don't know if that's supposed to like you're supposed to be your years, your birthday and and your birthday, the year you turn and your birthday. I think it's supposed to be like a golden year or some shit. I don't know. I'm tripping, maybe I don't know, but for me, it's that right. Like I'm realizing that my wish for whatever I'm supposed to be has come true. Yeah, it might not come with a price tag or a bag of money or a big ass house or anything like that, but it has come true because my purpose is this. And one day it will lead to something memorable and maybe it doesn't. Maybe it leads to just me just talking on the goddamn podcast or talking for 10 more years and and enjoying that. But at the end of the day, um I've been fortunate, man, to do this podcast and going into my sixth year of podcasting. This is closing in on 700 episodes of this podcast. I've been working for so long that I know how crazy this has always been for me. Just to figure that out. And every time I do all this episode and I talk about my purpose, and this podcast has become my purpose. And I think that I'm blessed to know that I have a purpose in life. And sometimes that is the biggest thing. Sometimes we get older and we get acclimated to the situations that we're in, and we just do enough to get by. And I think that for me, I'm very blessed, and I'm very blessed. I'm very fortunate to have this, and again, it goes to a um, wishful purpose, man. And I hope everybody gets there. Everybody gets to that purpose. I hope everybody, gets a purpose in life and understands that, you're not wasting your time in life. And I don't think I'm wasting my time with this podcast. Thank God. Um, Last year I saw a little bit more growth than I thought I ever see in my podcast world, but hopefully in 2025 it continues. Personally, hey man, I only control what I can control. It got the personal, man. But I am very blessed, man, to have this purpose in this life that I have, man. Good or bad, right or wrong, you know, indifferent. It's my life, and I have to find it. So again, wishful, wishful purpose. And like I said, sometimes the theme works for the season. Sometimes it works for you personally. I wonder what this theme is gonna work for this year. But wishful purpose is the theme of this season. Welcome to season 11. I hope you guys stay tuned for more. And until then, man, I am Brandon Janu. I am back. Welcome to a new year. Let's get into it, man. Until next time, man. Peace.